3, 2, 1. Fresh off the win over Utah Tech, UNA football hits the road back up to Tennessee to take on Austin Peay and more United Athletic Conference football action. Catching up with head football coach Brent Dearmon. And, Coach, let's wrap up the win over Utah Tech at home. A dramatic stand to wrap it up. Offensively, the ground game was really clicking. What were your final takeaways?
Final takeaways, you always take a win. You celebrate winning, as everybody does around the country. You get that 24-hour window to really enjoy the win before you move forward. But there's a lot of things we can clean up. I didn't think we played a clean game at all. Too many penalties that hurt us, took some momentum away in that game that we could have really kind of put that game away a little earlier and not had to scare late in the game there. But for where we're at as a program right now, that's a big-time win. When you get an FCS win at home in front of your home crowd, it will can always overgrade it sometimes, but we'll take the W.
Let's talk about the offensive effort. Over 300 yards rushing, led by Noah Walters. His first career 100-yard rushing game earned himself United Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Week. He also led the game-winning drive through a touchdown pass to Dakota Walters. And what about Noah leading the offense and doing what was ever asked of him?
Noah is a perfect example of what our program is, a kid that's toughness and grit. That he understands it's more about the whole team than it is about him. And this week's game plan, we knew we were going to try to run it a little bit more than we had been doing, and not once did he flinch, not once did he question anything about it, and man, stepped up in some big moments, used his legs more than he has any other game. So really excited about him and his growth, but also the growth that we're going to all see over the next 2 years as well. So happy for him, excited he won the award, but I bet you he's going to come into the team today and thank the team for that award. So just a great kid.
Let's talk about the defensive effort, Coach. It came down to a 2-point conversion. Gregory Reddick got the pass breakup to seal the win. A little bit of bend, but how about no break from the defense?
We did a lot of bending, and we got to do a little less bending. Their quarterback played extremely well. I thought they had some receivers that were threats, and we played a lot of man coverage, and they did a good job of beating man coverage. But it goes back to something we've been talking about all year long. We've got to create a little bit more pass rush. We've got to put pressure on quarterbacks and not allow them to stand there and throw without moving their feet. So it's the whole defense. But it's pretty cool to see Greg come up with that play. Me and you talked about it a little bit earlier. I played a little scout team quarterback last week, and in the low red, we drew up that exact play. And I threw that same corner route, and actually I'm going to say that AJC, he caught it, but he was out of bounds. So I didn't throw a pick, all right, because he caught it out of bounds. So we actually got to show our defense that exact same play. So it was exciting to see our defense execute the same way they did in practice.
Now we ride some momentum up to Clarksville, Tennessee. Austin Peay had a thriller as well last week against Utah Tech. Nationally ranked top 20 in the nation, undefeated in UAC play. What kind of ball game are you expecting?
Oh, it's going to be a heavyweight boxing match. There's a really good football team. They're coached really well, probably one of the better coached teams that we'll see on our schedule. They've got a lot of talented football players. Their quarterback played for them at Middle Tennessee, so I got to spend about 8 months of my life with him and kind of helped push him over to Austin Peay, regretting that decision now. But, man, they're a good team. They're a well-coached team. They're a very disciplined team. So we've got to strap it on and be ready for a good game.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you, Roy Lyons.